got Pelican case. This is all my recovery gear, kind of more off-road stuff we'll be bringing. And probably seen this before. The cooler, all the stickers, places that we've been. I'll tell you guys a story while I'm securing these. Not too long ago, I had this box up and I had just some inexpensive luggage locks, thinking that it would be good enough deterrent for theft. And so during the Overland Expo that we went to, Overland Expo West in Flagstaff, I had bought some recovery ropes and tow straps and soft shackles, and I had them in this box like this. I had this locked up with the luggage tags, and some nice individual decided to come cut the straps and take all my gear, all my Factor 55 stuff. So that was a bummer. So I learned my lesson. Obviously, if somebody wants something, they're gonna take it, but I did get something a little bit heavier duty just to secure it this time, and I do not keep this box on the truck anymore, just because it's just not worth losing it and all the money I paid for it. So word to the wise, if you do get a cargo box and you put just anything in it, just put some locks on it. I think it would go a long way. We left the house about 9 a.m. and we're estimated, with all charging stops included, to get to Joshua Tree or Airbnb at about 5 o'clock. So granted, we'll probably make some little stops along the way. We actually just made a quick little pit stop to change the baby's diaper. He was starting to get a little fussy, and he obviously lets us know when he's not happy, and that's one of them. There's another Rivian just bypassing us. But yeah, this is probably the most packed that we've packed this vehicle. The frunk, the tunnel, the bed, that's all pretty much full. And then I also have the Pelican box that has all the recovery gear, because once we get to Joshua Tree, we're going to try to find some trails out there, and it's always nice to have that stuff, as well as obviously the recovery boards that are pretty much the main just fixture. It's always stay there. And we ran out of room, but thankfully the bed rack, I can just pretty much strap anything. So we have our foldable little camping chairs tied down on there. And then obviously the awning, which we'll show you guys later. But yeah, we are packed, and we're going to be making our first charging stop soon. We're going to the Kettleman City Tesla charging there. There's a lot of stalls there. I think there's like 80 stalls, so we'll have plenty of room. We've been there once before when we did our Disneyland trip, and you can check out that video there. And yeah, we'll see you guys at the next stop. I will have to say that with road tripping with a newborn and all the stuff that we have to bring now, the truck and all its extra compartments, it's been super convenient to have all this extra space, because really our cabin is obviously the car seat and just 2 bags, 1 baby bag and my wife's purse, essentials. But it's nice to have the actual space here, so you don't feel like you're crammed with, you know, whatever else that you have or bring along with you. So I will say, you know, with the tunnel, the bed, the frunk, there's a lot of space that we are utilizing, especially on this road trip. So we're at Button Willow. This is kind of becoming one of those stops that it is, if you're headed towards LA or coming from LA, you will most likely stop here if you're heading up north or south along I-5. But this is New Year's weekend, and obviously a lot of the stall, when we pulled up, every stall was being used. So there's 9 Rivian stalls here. All of them are being used, and then there was a queue, a lineup of people waiting for their turn. So we waited for our turn, but it was just kind of a madhouse. Cars kind of maneuvering. Behind me, there's like some Tesla superchargers here. There's probably only about maybe 15 there, so not a lot, not the biggest. But there was a gentleman in a Mustang Mach-E, and he pulled into one of the vehicles leaving, and he pulled into the spot, and you know, I was waiting for my turn, and me knowing that as of right now the Rivian chargers are only available for Rivian vehicles, minus the one in Joshua Tree and a few others. You know, I just kindly told him, like, you know, hey, unfortunately the charger's not going to work. He was like, oh, well, the charger connector is the same as the plug-in that I have. And so he kind of tried it, as I was just kind of telling him, like, oh yeah, you know, Rivian, these stalls, they haven't opened up their network, unfortunately. And I told him, you know, that there's some charge point ones here that he'd be able to use still, and then plugged it in. He obviously realized that it didn't work, and then luckily he found a spot over by the charge points to charge at least. But it just kind of goes to show you that really charging needs to open up to just every car, every vehicle. I mean, I can tell he was frustrated because it seems like they probably tried to stop at a few chargers, maybe the Tesla ones before then, to charge, and then realizing that, oh, hey, this is either a different plug or whatnot. But you know, as soon as this kind of opens up to everybody, there's more sites, more stalls. It's going to make the experience for a lot of people with EVs a whole lot better. But that was just kind of my first-hand experience here, and people fighting over stalls, and you know. But hopefully this will get a lot better. It's come a long way for sure, but we're getting there. We just got into Joshua Tree, or not just in, but this is our first day in Joshua Tree. We arrived yesterday. We just really went to our Airbnb, got situated, just kind of relaxed, had pizza, very just chill first night. We are today doing the Eureka Peak Trail, which is just a very, very simple trail. It has a viewpoint, I guess, at the top, and we're planning to maybe set up there open up the awnings, eat some food, and just kind of chill. But before we do, we are going to be visiting the new Rivian Joshua Tree outpost. And what these really are, Rivian is now making these outposts, and it's a way for you to stop and charge. There's bathrooms there. They have like a small shop, but it's actually a place where you can go and not just sit in your car and charge. I believe they're specific to where they are. So there's one in Yosemite, this one's Joshua Tree, so there's going to have some more deserty Joshua Tree related type things. But it's pretty cool that they're doing this in a few places. I think that a lot of people would rather have something either close to a national park, and it's cool that there's just going to be like a flagship charging. This is open to all electric vehicles, so hoping that there's a spot available for us. There's 12 stalls, so we should be fine. But it's pretty exciting, so we coming up here shortly. So recently I got these tire deflators. Finally found something that would work. These are the Ston tire deflators, and these have a little this attachment. I'll find the name for you guys, but basically you just plug it in. We're doing a very simple trail today, so I'm not really airing down. This tire just had more PSI than most, but it's just a very small amount. But basically just plug it in, and there's a setting on these. There's a small little lines on here, and it basically you set them all, so when it gets to a certain point, if you're trying to get down to maybe 30 psi, you just put them all in, they extract the air, and it'll just stop when it hits 30 psi. So if you're trying to get into off-roading, these are a good option. I think Joshua Tree, this sign has seen better days. So we're into the trail. This is they were on Covington Flat Road. It's pretty much just like a wash road. It's very easy. I mean, I saw like a Toyota Camry go through here, but it is fun. For any Rivian user, that these types of roads, rally mode is gonna be so fun. So if you ever find like a dirt road with a little bit of like gravel, sand, you can really rip down the trail in rally mode. So try it. Fun tip. So we're heading out today to Joshua Tree National Park, and we're gonna go take a look at some of the things inside of the park, but we're sitting in tons of traffic right now. It's about a good at least 80 to 70 cars ahead of us. And that's filled up around the corner, so it is New Year's weekend, or assuming a lot of people are off, so probably why it's so busy today. Melissa just felt the power of rally mode in a Rivian.
It was okay.
Boo! Boo! She's lying. There's been a lot of talk with Rivian owners about what is the sign that you give to other Rivian owners. And there's the, the wave or whatever. Just flash your headlights. I think I saw 6 Rivians in the park. Definitely flashed 4 of them. And no response. And they're the trucks too. So, come on guys. Need you to flash those little eyeballs. It's our trademark. I'm just gonna say it now. Just flash your headlights.